Hello everybody and welcome back to another video here on the Double Peak channel. It's time to get into a tier list today, but with a little bit of a twist. Myself and Tom are going to be organizing the maps into 5 different columns, 2 choices maximum per column, and each of us has a wild card. We can choose to lock in any map that we want to any tier. You can do it in advance, you can do it along the way. See where the whims take us. Tom, are you excited about this one? I think we probably have similar opinions on some maps, but I imagine that they'll deviate here or there.
I want to say, just because I know you as a person, before you instantly lock something in, at least talk about it, because I might be able to sway you from doing it.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's my nightmare. Now, have you got the categories open? Because I feel like you should go through what our categories are.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 5 categories. They get pretty harsh towards the end. I mean, I was thinking about D, where I'm going to start. Delete it. You know, I kind of thought that would be a remake it, you know, a little gentle in there. But wow, we're going harsh today. It's delete it, bad, mid, decent, and of course, God tier. I honestly thought about opening the video by just locking in a God tier map, Tom, but I suppose
you did.
We'll open it to discussion just in case. I'm just paranoid. I'm going to tell you, I think this should be God tier, and you go, oh, lock it in, delete it. But we'll keep it down to a conversation for now, Tom.
Well, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Are there any like obvious choices? Because I feel like for both of us, I feel like Icebox automatically should be near delete it, but I want to say the only argument I have against my own opinion is that when it was in the map pool last, I didn't hate it as much. When like Harbor was in there and people started playing some different stuff, it wasn't as bad, but over the course of my time watching Icebox, it's probably got to delete it.
Yeah, I really, here's the thing. I'm thinking more about the tier list being today, being like, if it came back, you know, next rotation, how would it fare? And the thing is, right now, with the current agents, with Cypher getting a buff as well, like, you're going to have a lot more debate over who to play. I think I was looking at the stats for Icebox, and it's, Haven has 3 agents that are picked 90% or more in the last time it was played over in EMEA in this regular season. So Icebox obviously only got played 10 times, a smaller sample size. The point is, they only had 2 stale agents, and those were Jet and Killjoy. And realistically, you know, Killjoy might have a bit of debate there, some tricky trap wires here or there, and Jet, well, she's being nerfed, and also, you know, it was still exciting gameplay. I'll never really discredit that. So the thing for me with Icebox,
is that changing anything with Icebox?
Yes. I actually, the reason I launched into this, because I looked at the maps earlier, I sort of thought about where I'd want them, and I ended up with Icebox being indecent. That's just thinking about it nowadays, with the fact that we'll have actually different agent comps, which was my only ever gripe. I think rotations are fun.
Wait.
Yeah.
So we've got to put 2 maps in each section.
Yes.
And you have
Top 4.
Icebox.
Top 4.
Top 4
today. I kind of want to leave it till the end. I'll tell you what. Let's put it on the back burner. All right. And let's see the other maps and how it shapes up. So I've got some arguments for them. I was thinking a little bit.
Split has to be top 2. Minimum.
Okay.
I'd say top 1. I think it's my favorite map to cast and my favorite map to play. So like, I'm going off everything. I love that map. That's my favorite map by far.
I agreed with you when the game came out, 100%. I had a top 4. I had it beside Icebox and decent. The top 2 for me were Bind and Ascent. Those 2 were up in
you're
God
smoking
tier.
Crack. All right. So I'm gonna use my lock. I'm putting Ascent in bad and locking that in.
Wow. You know,
how can you talk about comps and try and tell me about comps? And that's the most stale map in the entire fucking game.
Haven. Haven. I would say Haven. It's got to kind of say Haven. No.
Ascent is way more stale than Haven.
It is in some ways, but what you have to remember is people don't play it to its full potential. I'm talking wall bang ability, baby, and that's when the game gets really interesting. I have that. I have also just this random fact. I don't know if you remember this, Tom.
I'm tempted to move it down to delete it.
There was a game called Gambit versus Crew, and the last 2 maps of that, Bind and Ascent. 2 of the best maps I've ever watched.
Bind was one of the best maps I've ever casted, but I will raise you one thing.
Go ahead.
It was also one of the worst maps I ever casted.
Why is that?
I think who is it? Is FPX facing off against the CIS squad. I've completely blanked on their name. The longest map we ever casted.
Yes. That
is
long.
to date one of if not the worst game I ever casted. That was pure pain. That was Shao trying his best to save a team,
right.
And it was Forza Zilv. Thank you,
Forza, the boys.
So while I agree with you, I don't know about you. I don't remember much of Ascent from that series. I remember Bind like it was yesterday. So I'm happy for Bind to go near the top. I knew you were gonna do that anyway because your stupid fucking TP shit. Like I knew that. I go into TP with an Odin. So fucking original.
You can,
like I don't mind
it.
Bind top 2 categories again. I'm not fussed about that. I've already put Ascent in bad because I think that map's shit.
Well, we wouldn't.
It's
wouldn't have
so
agreed
boring.
On that. There's no way we would have agreed on that.
That's why I locked
favorite,
it in.
My second favorite map to wallbang.
It's
the map you can play the wallbangs without playing a Yoru. Even you can fit in the comp.
That's also one of the reasons I hate it. Is because playing with you on that map is the worst experience known to man. Because the thing is, the clips that people see on Twitter of you playing Ascent are you getting a couple of kills in the wallbang. They don't see the other 20 rounds where you don't get a wallbang kill, and we don't have a Sova for the entire fucking game because we don't have a drone on A, we don't have a drone on mid, we don't have darts, we don't have any utility because this man's like into the B wall and the guy hasn't stood there for the last 8 rounds.
You have to realize, at that point, I'm basically droning B main with my bullets because I know they're not there. It's just false.
Yeah, but when we're not going there,
drone.
It's not very helpful.
That is true.
A lurking Sova is not helpful.
The attack side, maybe the Odin play needs some work there. I'll give you that. But outside of that, I'm devastated. I already think this tier list, it's off to a terrible start. How can we have Ascent, one of the holy trinity down there? It doesn't make sense to me, Tom. I couldn't agree with it. I mean, can we make the compromise then? Combine going God tier because it's one of the best maps we've ever cast. Sure. Also,
I think if it's Bind and Split in there, I'm fine with it.
I'll shake your hand on that one, sir. Let's make the deal. Let's make the deal.
That's fair. We've got our 2 favorite maps as the two maps. I also think, like, as well, if we're talking about the best games we've casted, you've got Crew obviously facing Gambit, and then you've got Fnatic versus Mech, which was on Split.
Yes.
That for me, like that 0.02 diffuse has been ironed into my brain as one of the best and worst sort of matches I ever got to watch because of everything that it meant. So I think those go in. I think this is where it definitely gets more difficult. I personally would put Icebox and delete it. So
okay,
I think that one's definitely going to be a talking point.
Let's talk delete it. I don't want to use my wild card just yet.
What are you putting in delete it?
So delete it, even with the reworks right now. And I sort of had it like rework it, but genuinely delete it. I think Breeze. I still don't like it. I think the changes are positive. I think it's more fun to play, but the map is just so expansive, so big, and I can't sit there as a Viper on B main staring at a wall for another 35 minutes, Tom. I have ADD. I want to move. I want to do something. And the one round I pushed, Tom, it's the one round there's 5 guys sat outside. It just blows my mind. I don't want to be. It's like torture.
Round.
It's psychological torture playing that map for me, at least. Maybe every other role is very fun.
Where do you put Pearl? Because that's the one that interests me more. Because Pearl for me has to go bottom 2.
It was deleted.
Okay. Because like I can happily have. Obviously, I've already locked one map in. For me, I would put Breeze in bad just because I think it has the potential. I maybe you could tempt me to put Icebox in bad, but I definitely don't want it in fucking decent. Like that for me is atrocious. Because especially you're basing that on comp changes that could happen, which I still think we're gonna have a fucking Sage on that map. And any map where you have to have a Sage, and Lothar will be with me on this one, is trash. Yeah. So like I'm happy to put Pearl down there mainly because I genuinely just don't enjoy watching a lot of Pearl, even though there's some variety on it. The only team I enjoy watching on Pearl is Paper X. That's it. I like watching Jing play Phoenix. Jing has to take a break, so for now, maybe delete it, bring it back later.
yeah. Well,
but then I'm torn between a Breeze and an Icebox down the bottom.
Let me make it easy.
It's weird as well.
Wild card time. Woo! Let's chuck it in decent. Let's get it in there. Top 4 Icebox. It's got to be in the team. You know, you're gonna you put Ascent in bad, and you're gonna tell me this is atrocious? Get out of here. What the hell? Fnatic's legacy on this map alone should make you love it, and the fact that it could change in the future.
Why? I'm not biased.
All right, buddy. Sure.
But wasn't there legacy on it after Enzo left?
Now, I don't know in what chronology these videos are coming out, Tom, but you know, to save spoilers, there was no need to do him like that. All right, Enzo has been very kind to us, and you just shot him down.
I'm just trying to counter some of your arguments. As said.
At his expense. Let me know. Let's just the record show. He's countering my argument at Enzo's expense.
So okay. So something we can agree on. Pearl is going and deleted.
Get it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Get it out.
So now that Icebox is indecent.
It's a simple choice, right? Breeze and delete it. I just want to make things easy, Tom. I want to help you out.
I don't dislike any of the other maps as much. But
You're
now it gets tough because I feel like we have to put some maps up higher. Now this may not be the most popular opinion.
Okay.
I really like Fracture.
I love it.
I like playing Fracture, and I like watching Fracture because it's unique in terms of compositions. It's unique in terms of play style. For me, the last decent map is between that and Lotus because I think both of those have similar vibes. So I don't really mind which goes up there because I like both of the maps, but unfortunately because of you, one of them has to go in fucking mid. Because you've decided to put Icebox.
Oopsies.
That's the other thing. So you like Icebox more than Fracture and Lotus.
I'll say like I really like Fracture. I think it's super fun. The thing that takes away from it for me is entry level, like how hard it is to play without a team with like randoms online and stuff like that because it's so chaotic.
Okay.
You don't have like a safe ground to defend. If the guy fucks up behind you, you're getting shot immediately in the head. Whereas like on most maps, at least you can kind of say, hey, the enemy's in front of me 90% of the time. So that's sort of where I go. I see you changing that split, moving it to the left. Well, what's this about? It's top 2. It's not 1 and 2. Why do you think billing matters here? What are you? A splits agent? Are you trying to get a top billing? What the fuck is this about?
Hey, it's the best map. I cried when it left, and I was overjoyed when it came back. It's never gonna change. My favorite moment from recent casting was on Split. Good old Concon 1v2.
Yeah, fair.
Oh, Fitinho, the spinning around 4K. Oh,
someone's gonna give me a beautiful 3K spray down through a teleporter wall with an Odin one day on Yoru. And I'm gonna be so happy on Bind. It's gonna change my life. I'm waiting for it. I know it's coming, and I'm gonna be appreciative of when Mystic does that for me.
So what map are we putting in decent? Are we putting Fracture or are we putting Lotus?
I would lean towards Lotus because if I take into consideration outside of pro play, playing the map itself, I think Lotus can test you, but you can kind of keep your team together on that map. But Fracture's madness.
Fracture, man.
I mean, look, the truth hurts sometimes, Tom.
You've hated Icebox forever. And because of changes which you can't have even fucking played or seen,
take note,
you're going to be okay with it.
When the map left the pool, I said on record, on broadcast at one point, that the problem I had with Icebox was that it wasn't ready for the current state of Valorant. When we have 10 more agents, 15 more agents, and there's enough diversity there, maybe. Okay, maybe we might not be there today.
Then it should be a mid if it's maybe.
Maybe we shouldn't be there today, but in the future, and with the legacy it has,
maybe. What would say maybe be? Like maybe a 50-50 or, the middle?
I'm a man who likes to hope, okay? I like to dream, and my
You're
dream
a man
is
with
that
brain damage.
It's going to work out.
That's what I'm hearing.
Well, I'm sorry. I see Ascent down in bad, Tom, and to be honest with you, I don't give a shit about your opinion anymore. Icebox could be in the top 2 if I still had a lock-in.
You literally only like Ascent because of wallbangs, and that's it. You don't like anything else about
that is not accurate. I really enjoy middle. I think mid is really fun to fight for.
When have you ever played middle?
I've never personally played it, but I have a lot of friends who've played it, and they tell me it's good fun.
You liked watching fucking Defo run down it and die? That was your favorite thing to do?
That just, in that moment, I said, you know what, this map, top two right there.
Okay, so I'll let you have Lotus up there because it's already ruined. Where are we putting Sunset? Because I played a bit of Sunset. Talking about middles of a map. I quite like mid on that map. I think it gives a lot of opportunities for lurk plays, aggressive plays. I enjoy the map quite a bit. I will say we haven't really seen it in any pro play yet, so I guess it's.
That was just a major diss to Focus. Let that Pal is not going to be happy. He's crying right now, but okay, sure. Yeah. No,
I don't think they want us to talk about their Sunset because they got destroyed by a team that was playing with their coach.
Oh, rub it in, Tom. I like that. Yeah, they got destroyed. How badly destroyed?
Very badly destroyed.
How many clutches did they mess up? How many?
CNED basically just slap them. That was
Name
that was
all
what
their
happened.
mistakes.
So,
Let's go. Let's just roast Pal. Should we do that? No, okay.
So
Pal's great.
I have a feeling, you could correct me if I'm wrong, that you want it to be this.
That is very accurate. I think Haven's stale. It's the same agents again and again. It's still fun to play. It's, definitely a lot more fun would be Ascent. But, anyways, you're going to put that in the left. I see how it is. The thing for me with Sunset, I think it's new, so it's fresh anyways. That's always going to be a factor in these sort of decisions. The rotations are pretty harsh for defenders. It makes it worth the risk sometimes, maybe going through main to get through market quicker. What's going on with you? You stop shifting everything around. Still, fix it in post. Fix it in post the way it was the first time, okay?
I'm just making lists, all the green maps, and then all the
you're color coding it. You're color coding it. Yeah, okay. All the
color
blue,
coding.
Sunset. Yeah, all right. It all makes sense.
Well, all the green on one side and
could have made a pretty pattern, Tom. You could have made a pretty pattern.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
that's what I'm
instead,
doing.
you've just
definitely not just stating. The thing is, if I was going to make this mine, I'd probably put Fracture up. I think I prefer Fracture to Lotus, watching and playing.
Okay.
But the only one that really pisses me off is Icebox. Like, I would definitely have Fracture higher, Icebox probably in either delete it or bad, and then I'd move Haven up a little bit. Well, but I think I'd have Tier 1 and 2, I'd probably leave as split bind. I don't really have a problem with either of those. Split's my favorite. Then I think I'd go Fracture, Lotus, then Haven and Sunset, and then the rest of the shitty maps.
Well, I think quite clearly, and everyone will agree with me, bind Ascent on top makes a lot more sense. Following Split and Icebox, that's top 4 maps. Fracture, Sunset, that makes top 6. Lotus, Haven, and then get rid of Breeze and Pearl. I think that's quite clearly to everybody at home the optimal choice here. But, you can't always have it the way that you want it. Sometimes you have to compromise because other people have the wrong opinion. So that's what we did here today.
Sure, we did. It's all right because we've got more tier lists coming.
Yeah, we do. No, don't.
And it's got even more people in it, so it's gonna go even worse.
What could possibly go wrong, Tom? Let's go ahead and rate all of the teams in a little bit, but that's a video for another time, Tom. For now, I think we've made a mostly okay, if not for Tom's mistakes, tier list of the maps. Let us know if you agree with the choices that have been made here today. Let us know how angry you are to see Ascent that far down the leaderboard and how it should ascend up through the ranks. We'll catch you guys in a little bit. This is being a tier list. Stop dragging that down. Tom, I see you. We'll see you next time.